I feel like we're in a time where these things are going to start showing their faces. People have been experiencing things that they can't explain.
Yes.
Anything from cryptozoology to the dog man, the Bigfoot, these creatures that theoretically shouldn't exist, abductions, the mind-bending trip that goes on with the abduction stuff. Because recently, twice with a woman, her name's Fringe from X, but I think somebody else brought something up recently too. This idea that during the abduction, these entities, now she's going through these abductions, and her story is basically, she's a retired police officer. In 2020, she found herself sitting at home because she wasn't allowed to do anything in Idaho, I think, for a 2-week period. Right. So she started journaling her dreams that she thought were dreams.
Yeah.
And turns out through the journaling, revealing things, she realized these aren't dreams. These are actually happening to me. Her husband has shared experiences. But one of the things she talks about is this idea that these entities, and I say entities very strategically, sure, because she went from a Calvinistic background to atheistic, because when she started having these revelations, she's like, oh my gosh, and she went to atheism and then into New Age. And then with these spirit guides talking to her, she connected dots. She's like, wait, if you're telling me that and that's true, that means God is true. And she went right back into the grace of God. She has these experiences that she's talking about from a Christian perspective. She says that either she experienced or she's seen it, or something with this idea of soul sucking. They have technology in these other realms that are sucking the souls out of people and repurposing them, wow, which goes into her theory of the possibility of this idea of reincarnation. And when you hear that, you're like, that's wild. I've told her, I was like, that I don't even know how to perceive that, right? Until a few weeks ago, I had a guy in here, his name's Seth. He's from Virginia, and we were talking about ancient historical dogman. And for thousands of years, there's been documentation of explorers and stuff coming across people that have dog heads. He has the Latin documents that he's been going through.
Yeah.
It's wild, right? And it's all covered up stuff, right?
Yeah.
Somehow we got on this topic, and he recently just got hired by his church just to answer Bible questions, because they have so many people asking Bible questions that they're like, hey, you're 25, you're single, you're not married, and you seem to really like this stuff. You want to? And they're like, yeah. So he went from doing cybersecurity to working at his church answering Bible questions. That's amazing. So his job is to study.
I love it.
When I brought this up, he referred to, I think it's Ezekiel 18:13. I think God's talking to female witches. It talks about them making bands for the wrist, magical bands for the wrists, where they are hunting for the souls of his people.